when AKAI announced that they were going to have their own stem separation software that will work inside of the MPC in standalone mode and in the MPC software, everybody was excited because we have already been playing around with stem separation. There was a huge announcement made by ImageLine about adding stem separation to FL Studio, which had me extremely excited as well. But I didn't feel at home with it because I have used Serato Sample and was able to do stem separation and all that in real time, or at least be able to separate whatever I want out of those stems so we can get some kind of gorgeous remix or just remake of anything that you want, or just come up with your own original idea now that you have control over 4 separate tracks. However, a lot of us are thinking to ourselves, like, where is MPC Stems? I've seen it in Facebook forums, I've seen it all over the internet, and people are upset, and I can totally understand why people are upset, because they are ready to use it. And that's kind of a good thing and a bad thing at the same time, but hey, I digress. Look, MPC Stems separation is delayed. And we'll talk more about the quotation marks in a second. So how did we even get here, and what is my involvement with that, and how do you feel about it? Leave a comment below. I definitely want to hear, and I'm pretty sure AKAI will read it too as well, but kind of keep it, professional, like AKAI. Okay, that was corny. Now, just keep in mind, I have to be as professional as humanly possible, and there's no pun intended there. But I just want you guys to understand where I sit, and I'm trying to do this as legal as possible, because as a content creator / influencer or whatever, I have an obligation to fulfill with any company that I work with on a alpha build, or even if there is something that they sent, because there's embargoes on information and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure everybody knows all the jargon, the legal jargon that is. But I will tell you this, I knew about the MPC stem separation back in December. I knew about it around the same time as the MPC Key 37, and I kept it under wraps until it was ready to be announced. And as you see, there was a video that was released by AKAI, and we need to investigate that video because there was no date put in that video.
Thanks for watching this overview of the up-and-coming MPC Stems feature, and it's coming on MPC software first, followed by MPC standalone. And I can't wait to hear what you all do in the MPC communities around the world. So to learn more about MPC Stems, head over to the AKAI Pro website and sign up now to be notified.
So as you clearly heard and saw, there was no date for the MPC Stems software to come out, which again, if you don't know, is supposed to be $10, which is still insane in my opinion. And by all means, you can go to this link right here. I have it in the description box, and you can find out more information about the MPC Stems software that's supposed to come out for both standalone and the MPC software. So make sure that you sign up, and you'll find out all the information that you need. However, I did some more research. I went to Google, and then I asked the exact same question that everybody else asked, and this is what popped up. Is MPC Stems available? And then if you click down on the drop-down menu, it says right here, AKAI MPC Stems will be available first at MPC software in February 2024. As I'm recording this video, today's date is February 28th, and it will be a February 29th because this is a loop year. So I can definitely see why people are angry about that side of it. Not to mention the countless teaser videos. That doesn't make it easier on anybody else to figure out when the MPC stem separation software is supposed to be available. Yes, I'm a part of the problem. I do apologize. So why is it being delayed? Well, it's just quite simple. When I played with the MPC stem separation software, I actually had a hard time installing it on my MacBook, as the only early build that they had was only for Apple computers. And it makes sense because the vast majority of musicians are heavily lenient or biased when it comes to making music on an Apple computer, because we've been taught that Apple computers are far more superior than Windows computers, though I will leave what I think out of it. It was just the only build that was available. When I tested it out on my M1 MacBook Air, it wasn't working. And I had Big Sur, so I had to update my OS, and I still could not use the MPC stem separation software. Once it was installed on my MacBook, it was still crashing and stuff like that, which is kind of a normal thing when it comes to an alpha build. Alpha builds are alpha builds for a reason. That's why they're not released publicly for everybody, because you can only imagine, and I've heard people in the comment section, I read that people were like, man, just release it. I don't care. Just release it. I don't care. Trust me, you would care. Those same people that will say that they don't care about the MPC stem separation software crashing or whatever the case may be will turn right around and point fingers at not only AKAI, me as a content creator, and many other people that were talking about the MPC stem separation software. So it's important that they nail this, because this is a key thing to music in general. It's one of the biggest things that ever happened. It's not the first time it ever happened. I know that a lot of people are saying, well, other software does this and I could just do this and that. Dude, it's not the same as if you was to use this with your MPC. It's very important that they nail this, and especially at their given price point of $10. That's insane. $10, 10 freaking dollars. Like, just to use, let's say, Serato sample to version 2.0. Version 2.0 is $150. It's $150. It was a free update for those who had Serato sample as the VST plugin. But look, we're talking at least $140 cheaper. You know what I'm saying? So to release something that isn't ready for the public and it's wonky for $10, trust me, it might be $10, but people will complain, and people will have the right to complain. I'm just saying. Also, when I get the chance, if they have a Windows build, which I rock with a Windows computer in my office where I'm at right now, I will test it out, and I'll be open with it. I'll do a live stream, and you can ask your questions, and we'll get to fiddle with it a little bit more. I've actually seen just the screen and played with it. A lot of things have changed, and a lot of this stuff that I'm talking about right now, I don't know if I can legally talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to be as honest as possible. I know there are people that might get upset with me and stuff like that, and I do humbly apologize. I'm not trying to ruin any relationships with both my audience and many of the companies that I do business with. And I greatly appreciate everybody. If you are one of the people that are upset about the whole stem separation thing, I can totally understand, like I said before. But I do recommend, again, clicking on the link in the description box. One of the biggest and overhyped things, and I was going to talk about this in a GearTube Toxic video. I mean, those videos are trending pretty hard, but I have some nuance and some things that I can add to the conversation at hand. The best way to handle something like that is to, again, sign up for their MPC Stems information. It says notify me, sign up. Find out more information through AKAI and not through other people. I know word of mouth is a good thing, but in this case, or in any case, it could be misinformation there. I'm not perfect. There's times where you guys have corrected me in a video where I have been dead ass wrong about some of the information that I put in that video. And even if I researched it, the information might have been wrong. So just get it from the source. Just go to the link in the description box. It's not an affiliate link. This is not a flex of any sort. I just want to make sure that people are informed the proper way, so that when the MPC Stems software comes out, you'll know that it's coming out. You'll know the actual date. And there are things like delays. Delays do happen. So if it does get delayed any further, then you will have all that information there. And one thing I do want to add, though, because we was having a discussion on Twitter, the best place in the world to have a argument, or X, by the way, whatever you want to call it these days. And there were people that were just screaming and adding AKAI and talking about where's the stems. Then you had like Facebook groups where people were just mad and talking about AKAI in a crazy way. When there's a weird belief that if you complain about something, that it will be fixed or it will change, and 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna get that change. Like, a lot of the representation of people on the internet isn't how it would be in real life for people that actually are doing something. And I'm not saying that as a slight or disrespect to anybody that might be on the internet all the time, because you're on the internet watching me. But 9 times out of 10, the developers, the company themselves, they get kind of pissy about those type of things. It doesn't matter who it is. They ain't just talking about AKAI. It could be Roland, it could be anybody. You know, feedback and talking about something in more of a positive aspect, filling out like different surveys. Those are the things that companies look for. If you really care about something a lot, then you will go to that link and you will talk about, you know, or you will ask them when, or you just wait, you know, one of the things that you could do, and just be positive about it instead of just being negative. Let's use you for an example. If someone came at you irate over something, and let's just say it's something that you didn't do, or something that you didn't say, or something like that, what will be your reaction to it? You know what I'm saying? Would it be positive? Possibly not. You know, you have to be the saint to not get mad at someone screaming at you. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's not worth it, but the right kind of person, or if you're having the right kind of day, that will kind of take you off in a way to where it's not going to come up very positive. So just remain positive, be patient. I'm being patient. I want it too. I ain't gonna cap. I want it badly because I want to experiment with stem separation in standalone as well as the MPC software. More in standalone, honestly. To the right of me, I have more content for that ass. Make sure that you subscribe. How you feeling about the MPC stem separation software? Are you excited about it? Are you upset that it might be delayed? You know, things take time, but at the same time, I know people are upset. Just let me know in the comments.